Hello, 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 and welcome back to Love and Entertainment. Today I have a special episode that you've all been waiting for. We're going to be talking about Sinners, because I know you all been asking me for it and asking me to want it. But today I have a special guest. State your name.
Hi, my name is Jesse Burton III. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So just so you know, there will be spoilers ahead. So, go watch the movie because it is a really, really good movie. But we want to actually dig deep into this. Since everybody wanted this, we thought we'd actually, dig deep into the movie, right? Okay, so Sinners was directed by Ryan Coogler, as we all know. There's a bunch of symbolism. There's a lot of stuff that, he wanted to make certain about when we watch the movie and made sure that we wanted to watch it 50 million times and figure out everything that has to go in it, right? So it takes place in Clarksville, Mississippi. Basically, two brothers stacking smoke.
Stacking smoke.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stacking smoke.
They get confusing sometimes.
Stacking smoke. Stack someone with the blue hat. Smoke someone with the red hat.
No, smoke is with the blue.
No. Oh yeah, smoke is with the blue. Stack is with the red.
You got to remember it, because how I thought about it is smoke is the one that smokes, and then stack is the one that rolls those cigarettes. So
because he can't roll it himself because of the war and whatnot, right? Okay, but anyways, they come back to Mississippi to open a juke joint, and obviously vampires and all that stuff. I've seen this movie 5 times. I love this movie so bad. This is one of my favorite movies. But the first thing I wanted to talk about was that I like how the beginning of the movie is it starts in the end, and before the movie could even start, before they can give backstory or anything like that, it's straight
it's kind of like a question. It's what happened?
Yeah, what happened? How did we get here? Because I was so because when I first watched it, I was so confused. I was like, what happened? Because when you watch the trailer and when you hear the reviews, it's about vampires, but when it first starts, you're like, well, dang, what happened to you?
So why you end up like this?
Yeah. So I think that was one of the interesting things about it. Another thing was I thought that the guitar was protecting him, but we'll talk about more in the end because you thought something different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sammy's father thought wanting him to be a guitar player will make him worse as a person of God, and especially I feel like his dad being don't bring you keep dancing with the devil, you'll bring him home. Mm-hmm. It's more of you can't if you keep doing if you keep following with this music, if you want to go to Chicago with your brothers and do all this crazy stuff, you're not going to be able to be in the house of God, which I think is very interesting, an interesting take on it.
I see what you mean by that. You know how we have older folks, all right? Mm-hmm. I don't want to say old people, but grandparents or just elders. And you kind of hear them talk. It's certain things that you do or certain things you might listen to. And of course, back then, since it's in Mississippi, 1932, the blues was considered more of the devil's music. So I kind of see where Preacher's Boy's father was coming from.
Yeah.
So it was more of that type of thing, because the one thing was he loved it. And I know how we're going to talk about it at the end, but I want to say just one thing about the end is when he's playing his guitar, it's blues, but he's also mixing it in with his beliefs, singing This Little Light of Mine. All of us know that song, of course. We all grew up in the church, most likely. But he's bringing something into the house of the Lord with something he's passionate about.
Right.
So that's one thing his father could have looked at it as. But
I feel when you have parents that my mom is she's a hairstylist, so every time I want to do this with my hair, I want to do that with my hair. I'm not allowed to because she knows more about it, so she's no, you can't color your you're gonna mess up with your hair. As in somebody whose parent isn't that, they'll be go ahead, I don't care what you do, and they have multiple different colors of hair, you know what I mean? So his father being a pastor, it made him limit himself to things that he wants to do. I feel because his father being in, because my dad he was the same way. His dad was a preacher, and so him being he wasn't really allowed to do even if he went out on a Saturday, he still had to be up Sunday morning making sure that he made it to church, like got up to church. Like he would tell me that he would be going out the next night and being out all morning. And then that morning, as his family are walking out the door, he's walking out with them to go to church. Like, even though he was, like, he could have a hangover and all this stuff, but he still had to go to church the next morning. Like, that type of thing. You know what I mean? So I thought that was, like, interesting. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Another thing that I wanted to talk about, like, when the Klan, when they sold the twins the
juke joint.
Yeah, when they sold the juke joint, the first thing one of the first things they asked him was, "Y'all wash these floors?" Like, because I feel like it was kind of him saying, "Y'all wash these floors." It was kind of like a bridge onto like what was gonna happen later, because like in the floors is soaked with, because I think that house or the juke joint used to be a Klan's house.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Something like that, because I think.
Or like where slaves stay or something like that.
Probably like if you think about when they like how you said that you wash them floors. If you think about it, it's like he probably saw like a little bit of blood stain. Could have had hangings in there, beating on black people, different things like that.
Yeah. So I really think that was it was like a warning kind of. There was so many warnings that I didn't realize when I rewatched the movie and like actually paid attention. They really warned them like a bunch of times. Like there was a snake, there was that, there was a lot of times that they warned them. But I really think that them saying like, "Y'all wash these floors," it was really like a symbolism of them being like, hey, like something's about to happen. Like these floors are stained with the blood of, you know,
victims.
Yeah. What else did I want to see? Oh, the snake. Like I said, the snake being a warning. They killed the snake. I think the snake was a warning for them to like, you know, not be so.
Oh, I know. I think I know what you're trying to say, because this happened to me when I was younger. Like when a snake is in the presence or anywhere in your area, that represents as there's evil that's gonna come.
Yeah, exactly. And they killed him instead of like heeding the warning, like for the other time, like a whole bunch of other things. So it kind of, but at that point, that's when I realized that Stack was the more logical one, and Smoke was the one who just wanted money.
I thought about it the other way around, because Stack was more of a smooth talker, but Smoke was more of a businessman, so he knew how to talk business. Yeah, so it made him think he was logical.
Yeah, but wasn't Stack the one who was who went with Sammy with the guitar and was like, "Ooh, we gonna make some money."
Yeah.
That's why I thought it was him, because he was the one who was like, "Yeah, this is gonna be it." And then when they were talking about like the money that people were using, like they weren't using real money, they were using the peso. He was like, "We're not gonna make a profit like this." But then Smoke was like, "No, Stack was like, Stack was like, no, like we need, like they can't, like we're in Mississippi, like we're not in Chicago anymore. Y'all can't." They're not gonna have real money. You know, he was trying to be more logical about it.
Yeah, it's like this is a time for people to have fun and come in. Like we might not make majority of the money that we want to, but the main job is to keep folks coming in. Or I probably worded that wrong, but to keep folks coming in and just have keep black folks coming in, having fun, partying. Things like that, instead of just pushing them out, because it's like, oh, they got buku money. Yeah, that's all they want. They don't want stuff like that.
Yeah. Also, I wrote down the thing that you sent me with the 7 deadly sins, or the characters representing the 7 deadly sins. Smoke is greed, which. Yeah, Smoke was greed because he's playing both sides for financial gain. Stack was wrath, which is pursuing revenge for the death of his brother. I'm guessing that's what they mean by that.
Stack?
Because Stack was the one who... Yeah, Stack was the one who lived. Yeah.
No, Stack
was the one who lived.
Well, as a vampire, of course.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
No, Stack lived. Smoke was the one who turned into a vampire.
No. See, folks, viewers, I told you it gets confusing.
Whatever.
Smoke was the one who died.
No, you know how I remembered? Exactly. That's why I know Smoke was alive. Stack was the one who died. Jesse.
It gets very confusing.
It does get confusing. Okay.
I think you know what you're trying to say.
You know what I'm trying to say. The point is that he was trying to get revenge for his brother who died, okay? And for his wife who died too. Right, Annie.
Or wife, baby mama, what?
I don't know. I
don't know. It's confusing.
think they just. I don't know.
They loved each other.
I don't think they were married. I don't know. They didn't say. They kind of just left it for interpretation.
I guess so.
Like they just had a baby together and that was it.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
Use your imagination, folks.
Right. Mary was envy and she desired to be a part of the culture. Because I feel like when they say that, I feel like they meant more of like, she didn't want to be, well, she did want to be a part of black, like she did want to be in the black space, but I think it was more of also she wanted to go with Smoke and Stack. Like she didn't care that what they were doing in Chicago. Like she just wanted to be next to them. Like she just wanted to, especially she wanted to be with Smoke. Stack.
See?
Yeah, she wanted to be with Stack. See, this is why you're here. You can help me to figure out who's who.
But also what you was talking about with the envy part, I don't think it doesn't go into the envy part, I'll say, but also if you kind of look at it for Mary, right? The twins' mother died when they were young.
Oh,
remember?
right.
And they lived with Mary and her mother. But at the same time, since they grew up together, yes, Stack and Mary, they loved each other, but at the same time, besides like looking past the lovers part, before they were prior lovers, they're also like family. They're like brothers.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing. It's kind of like with your family, ride and die, or your friends, anything like that. It's ride or die. It's like, I don't care what you do, I'm gonna be with you through the end of it all.
Right.
I think that's the one thing too, because she was willing to be with them, because like that's
a good point. Because the whole time she was talking about, hey, like we, the whole time she was basically saying like, my mother raised y'all, like, and y'all are acting like this. Y'all didn't even come to the funeral, like that type of thing. So I understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Grace was pride. I don't like Grace at all. She got on my nerves so bad. But she's pride because she was negotiating for pay in the beginning, you know, for them helping with the signs and all that other stuff.
That's business, though.
And but she also refused to let her husband go. Like she couldn't. And she also was the one who was like she couldn't
let them in and stuff.
Yeah, she was the one who let them in because she was like, they can't talk about my husband and not, you know, fight. But she still got on my nerve. We're going to talk about that later because I still don't like that girl. Because what are you doing? Anyways, Perlene was lust, obviously. I don't even have to talk about why she's lust. That's a whole thing in herself.
Yeah, you'll see.
Slim was gluttony, which is like desire for excess. So like, you know, liquor, food, yeah, all that other stuff. And then Cornbread was sloth because he was lazy and lacks action, basically. But another thing I wanted to talk about when they went when they were in the train, when Stack and Mary first had their conversation at the train station, she said "rotten hell, Stack," and he said that he would save her a spot right next to him. Right?
That was funny. But
it was interesting because it was also
foreshadow.
Yeah, it also foreshadowed. They did a lot of foreshadowing in this movie. But it also foreshadowed because they ended up being vampires together. They ended up being dead together in the end. Because they also foreshadowed in the beginning too when
Preacher Boy.
It was when Stack and Smoke first picked Sammy up. And he was like, "Don't worry, like we'll bring Sammy back all in one piece."
Oh yeah.
And they did bring him back in one piece. He was just
one piece, but still like with a few
broken. Yeah. Yeah. So the other thing was the necklace, right? That Annie gave Smoke, right? Yeah. You see, I'm getting there. Okay. The necklace, it protected Smoke, and then only when he took it off is when
he got shot.
Is when he died. Yeah. So that was very interesting too. She is hoodoo. She does do hoodoo, which is more of like an herbalist. So she deals more with like, you know, like she knows everything about herbs and all that other stuff. Oh,
talk about how, you know how you told me about it, like as in other people's eyes, she'll be seen as a witch.
Oh, right.
But what does the definition of witch really mean?
Right, we were talking about this because, like, we were talking more about, like, you know, like Erykah Badu, like, she's seen as a witch.